Have you ever been told your blood sugar's fine, but deep down, you know something's not right? You're dragging through the day, craving sugar, snapping at people for no reason, and no matter how normal your labs look, you still don't feel like yourself. Here's the thing, your blood test might be telling you a half-truth, because today, I'm gonna go over and show you the 4 tests that most doctors skip and why they hold the clues your A1C can't reveal. These tests save people from future diagnosis. They help to increase energy, focus, and sanity. So why does standard blood test miss the mark? Most people only get 1 or 2 blood sugar tests at their yearly physical. They get A1C and fasting glucose. That's it. But that's like trying to understand a movie from a single still frame. You miss all the action. We need more than that. We need to know what your body's doing between meals, after food, during stress, and overnight. That's why I look at these 4 tests that tell the rest of the story. Test number 1, GlycoMark. Most doctors don't even know what that is, but I run it all the time. GlycoMark tells you something that A1C doesn't: how often your blood sugar is spiking after meals. It tracks your sugar swings, not just your average. So why does this matter? Because A1C could look normal even if your sugar goes from 70 to 190 and back down every day. GlycoMark catches that. A low GlycoMark means that you're having frequent sugar spikes. A healthy GlycoMark means stable sugar with less hidden damage. One of my patients, Megan, she had an A1C of 5.6, right in the normal zone. But every day after lunch, she told me she felt like she hit a wall. She couldn't think. She got cranky, and she needed caffeine just to stay upright. Her GlycoMark test, rock bottom. Her blood sugar was spiking after every midday meal, crashing 2 hours later, and no one had ever caught that. Once we saw these hidden swings, we made one small change to her lunchtime routine, and within days, the afternoon crashes were gone. Next up is C-Peptide. This test shows how much insulin your pancreas is pumping out. So why is this a big deal? Because many people are making tons of insulin just to keep their sugar in range. And eventually, the system wears out. C-Peptide tells me if your pancreas is working overtime. If it's too high, you're insulin resistant. If it's too low, your pancreas may be burning out. Imagine driving a car where the engine has to redline every time just to keep up with traffic. Now, sure, you're getting where you're going, but the wear and tear is piling up. That's exactly what high C-Peptide means. Your body is redlining its insulin just to keep the sugar stable. Eventually, something breaks, unless you change course. Now, this one might be my favorite, fasting insulin. This test shows you how much insulin is in your system first thing in the morning, before you eat. And it's often the first sign that things are going wrong. High fasting insulin means that insulin resistance is starting, and your sugar might still look okay, but your body is fighting hard behind the scenes. So here's a pro tip. You want this number between 3 and 8. Anything above that, and you're headed for metabolic trouble. It's kind of like ignoring the check engine light on your dashboard. Everything looks fine until the smoke starts pouring out. High fasting insulin is your early warning system. Catch it in time, and you get to fix the issue before the engine blows. Ignore it, and that normal blood sugar turns into a crisis. Now let's talk about A1C, that one test that everyone knows. It's useful, but only when viewed with the other 3. A1C is your 3-month average blood sugar, meaning it can hide a lot of swings and stress responses. So yes, check your A1C, but pair it with GlycoMark, C-Peptide, and fasting insulin. Together, they show the full picture of how your body is handling sugar right now, not just what it's averaged over the last month. What do you do when these tests are abnormal? Okay, let's say you run these tests and something's off. Now what? If your GlycoMark is low, it means that you're spiking after meals. That's your cue to adjust carbs at lunch, to eat more protein and fiber, and consider cinnamon extract or berberine to stabilize your post-meal numbers. If your C-Peptide is high, It means that your pancreas is working overtime. You need to calm the system. That means blood sugar-friendly meals, HIIT-style movement exercises like short bursts of intense activity, and insulin-sensitive supplements like berberine and alpha-lipoic acid. If your fasting insulin is high, you're likely in early insulin resistance. Start with intermittent fasting, which means you should skip breakfast. Take morning walks and amino acids to help your muscles use more sugar. Try to reduce late-night snacks and focus on sleep. It matters more than you think. And if your A1C is climbing, you already know the drill. Apply all the above. That's your red flashing light to act now. Here's the truth. Great blood sugar doesn't just happen by accident. And you can't fix what you don't see. These 4 tests helps us to catch the warning signs before the diagnosis. So you don't just survive, you thrive. Imagine your health as a giant puzzle, but your doctor only ever gives you 1/4 of the puzzle pieces and only 1 or 2 corner pieces. You walk around thinking like you're fine until one day the whole picture falls apart. These tests, they give you the rest of the puzzle. The parts, when put together, finally make sense. In the next video, I'm going to show you why blood sugar is damaging your brain. Now, you're not broken. You're not lazy. You're just missing the rest of the story. And now, you know it. But it's what you do with this information that counts. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you picked up some tips that you can actually use. If you want to keep learning, your next video is waiting for you right here. And hey, if I've earned it, hit the subscribe button and give this a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow.